just play with this a minute. I'm just going to select just the image, her, and let's just expand that to there. You see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
She is now, I'm going to rest her up here. Now, you could do one of two things. If you put it there, you see how then the head would nestle on the circle here and inside that arc there. We take those circles off and we go to that. You see now she's really occupying that space. And this and this become important rather than the building. Now, that is just done very crudely and very quickly. But I wanted to just sort of demonstrate how you've got to think about the space as a sophisticated area of lots of rhythms, of lots of you're confronted with a blank space. How do you give that some sort of rhythm? You put the circle and squares, just put that into it, and immediately you've got ripples. So you see on the left-hand side here, if you just look at that, you see how everything within that first circle has a rhythm to it. Every point is related to everything else. So that means if you use that, everything is holding each other, and it creates a very strong visual composition.
Yeah.
So what I do, I just use a very simple shape like that, which opens the space up with rhythms, with ripples. And if you think you throw a stone into a pond, the ripples all relate to each other. They're not random. And that's where its beauty is, where its harmony is, where it takes just a flat bit of water and suddenly creates something that draws us to it. It gives it a nobility, a presence. So in the same way, when you're designing into a space, there are a million options, hundreds of options. How do you choose the right one? Okay, we use our eye. We try and understand the space best we can. But that can be quite hard work sometimes. So just by using some very simple geometric constructions and putting those into the space, so you could use the seed of life, for example. That's another geometric patterning. But I find the circles and squares easier. They relate to a square space, and the board is square, but it introduces these movements within it. So you can see very simply by using that technique, I've been able to sort of position her in a way that's very engaging. And it's almost as though she's sort of sat on the window ledge, and she's sort of with us rather than constrained within the building. Whereas if we take that off and we go back to the original, you see she's contained within the image. It's not with us.
Yes. Yeah. I see.
So put it back. Yeah. Just a very simple thing. Now, some of the things you then have to think about is where you put this. I would put this sort of back down here, that rule. But let's just put circles on and see if there's a good place for that. And yes, look, it's actually when and this shows you've got really good eye, Maggie. You've got really good eye. You're instinctively putting things in the right place. But with using this, get my keyboard back. By using these, you can push yourself even further.
Yeah.
All right. So it's like a structure that's confirming your own instinct. You look where you put where the curtains come to. It's on the right spot. Really brilliant. With that diagonal set to there, you can see how she's actually, you make a parallel with that line. This is what I mean, you can play with it. If you take that and just move it down to there, so it lines up